Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And like I'm starting this tutorial. It's going to be a series of your path to web development basically. So I'm going to be covering HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I'm going to cover HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the start, and it's going to be in playlists. Alright, so feel free to watch all the videos. So we're going to start with HTML, which will be now today, yeah. Then we'll go on to CSS and JavaScript. So I've done the videos in such a way that I broke them down into bits. Since no, you don't always have to sit for a long stretch video, and that's a suggestion from one of you guys too. So I'm really glad that you're back here, and I just want to use the opportunity to talk about my blog and tell you guys to watch it. Sorry, to like look up the site. It's ubcodesblog.com. So I'm gonna try and move this so it's not blocking the screen. Yeah. So ubcodesblog.com. I talk about things relating to web development, mental health, and books. I made this blog by myself. Next.js, React, thereabouts. So alright. So just feel free and also kindly subscribe to my newsletter and you get exclusive content for myself. You can unsubscribe any time. Follow my accounts, they're all here, the links. Like my GitHub repository, start them too. It's really encouraging. And I keep giving exclusive content and nice content for you guys. So I think we should get right into what you want to do today. Okay, so HTML. This is just like an HTML class, and still we're starting with structures HTML. So we're going to start from scratch, from the bare bones, and we'll start by actually creating our file on our desktop. Hey guys, this is my cute brother. So create a new folder. I'm going to call it HTML. Right. So this is open it up. There are two ways I can do this. I can either open up my VS Code, alright, and you can open up VS Code and just drag and drop, right, and you can see it's already on. So you can see it open right here. Now where I could do this is to right click and what do I do? Show more options, then open with code. So these are some of the basic ways you could go about it. Okay, then so let's get started. I have the setup. So when I talk about structures, we're basically looking at how something is being done, the format. And if you don't know, there's like this HTML section and JavaScript. So HTML is basically for the structure of the page, just do the structure. While CSS is cascading style sheets, which has to do with styling your web page, and JavaScript basically adds functionality to that web page. So that's basically how the thing goes. So let us click here and create a new file, HTML. Um Student's name is structures. Out of full structures HTML core. Since we know about doing HTML, so our basics. So yeah, you might not really understand much, but it's just to show you how the basic format of writing your HTML goes. Alright. So in HTML it's just like your HTML is a similitude with a basic text. It's simply really like basic word elements. You're not really doing much. So you basically start with HTML, which encapsulates everything you're doing. I'm going to quickly put on my autosave. So if you want to put on your autosave, let's go to file and click autosave here. So yeah, so everything in your HTML file is wrapped in an HTML element or tag. So what's an element and what's a tag? A combination of these two is called an element. But the one up here is an opening tag. This is an opening tag. and this is a closing tag. So in between, so each element has a closing and a, a closing and an opening tag. All right. So and as we go on the race, you see some elements called self-closing tags. They have self-closing elements, something like you later on you understand this just to give you a basic background of how this thing works. So when you have something like this is a self-closing tag. So self-closing tag. So that's just along the way. All right. So let me just cut this out. So after your HTML, we have like basically like two compartments, which is your head, and below the head you have the body. I've done a video earlier on how to download Visual Studio Code. That's the code editor I'm using. You can use any other code editor of your choice. And also how to install some of the snippets extensions you've been needing to. So you could also watch that. So in your head element you have your simple meta tags. Later on in the video we'll also talk about meta tags, and you also have your title. Alright, title, come on. Right, so title, let's say HTML, right? And everything in between your head elements does not show in your web page, but everything is only the things that are within your body elements that show your body tag that shows within the web page. So your body tag, if you have something like an H1, hi there, let's say welcome to my blog. All right, and you could have paragraph, I talk about stuff. Okay, you could have another paragraph, or you could have something like another lower heading that says something like H2, what I talk about. Then you could have another paragraph. Then just a quick introduction into something called dummy text. In HTML we have something called dummy text, which is simply lorem. So if I put lorem tab, you will see this. Another way, you can specify the number of dummy words you want. So if I do lorem 5 and I press on tab, it's going to give me 5 words. We count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that we have 5 words generated. So if it's the case you want like 200 dummy words and you put 200, it's going to generate 200 dummy words for you. So that's basically how it is. So and you can go on and maybe you can have an H3 and say what to know about me. Right, so this is like the basic structure of an HTML tag. Okay, so I'm just going to run this on our website, on our browser. I'm going to right click this and click on open with live server. For this to work, you have to go to the extension market and have your live server extension downloaded. Like I said, I've done a video on that earlier. So this is the basic product of everything we just built. I'm going to open this by the side, right, and we can see this. You can see this right here. So this is just the basic structure of an HTML. So just to do a quick summary as I wrap up this video, I've said that when they are together they are called elements. Individually they are called tags. So elements are basically made up of tags. We have opening tag and a closing tag. Right? So you observe that the closing tag would have an extra forward slash in it. Right? So what HTML element does is that it tells the browser about the information that sits in the opening and closing tag. Like I mentioned, everything in your head tag doesn't show your website, in your web page. As you can see, HTML is our title, that's what shows here. While everything within your body tag is actually what shows here. Right, so even if I don't wrap something within a tag, and you can see that shows up. So that's all today regarding HTML structures. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and thanks.